Tips on passing FTMO challenges. Some of these might be fucking obvious, but some people miss the obvious. They get carried away, they jump in, they don't read stuff. People don't read stuff sometimes. It's very infuriating, but know the fucking rules, right? There should not be questions like, should I have to close on a Friday? What is there a lot size cap on my challenge? You shouldn't be asking them questions. And if you've asked them questions and you're on this Zoom or webinar, I'll make no apology for that point, because you shouldn't be asking it. The FAQs on all of these websites and all of the rules are there. People violating a lot size rule on your first 3 months of the prop trading that comment on my YouTube video to say the prop trading are a bunch of scammers. No, mate, you're a dickhead because you didn't read the contract and the fucking rules, right? Didn't see the FAQ. So a lot of people fail here because they shoot themselves in the head, don't understand the daily drawdown, don't make them mistakes. Don't rush in. If you've not passed simulated demos, accounts, trading your particular route that you're going down on a challenge, then again, what are you doing? How confident are, we take Fred again and Bob, Fred and Bob. Fred's passed 3, maybe more simulated challenges, or maybe 2, doesn't matter. Whatever Fred feels comfortable with. He's passed some challenges using his strategy. Bob has done fuck all. Bob's going straight in with a challenge, not having a clue what he's doing. Monkey flying a plane springs to mind, yeah? And it's this, I use that example with somebody in my DMs the other day. I expect you to know what the controls do, yeah? Plane flies on autopilot most of the time, but if something happens, that monkey would need to know how to bloody land it. And this is no different. Automated trading and something out of the box will do something to a point, but it's not powerful unless you add that you know how to drive it. So who's more confident? Bob hits equity point 2 or 3 days in. Bob loses his emotional state and probably bins that strategy and tries something else the next day. Whereas Fred has probably seen that happen in his challenges numerous times and gone, okay, well, I passed that one and I hit equity point twice or 3 times. Okay. And the other one I did, hit it on my first day and I still passed. I've seen that before. We've had a trader pass his challenge in his verification, yet on the first day of his verification, he hit his equity point back down to 95.5K. Then got funded. Not deviating from that approach. I held him accountable, stuck with that same approach. Won't work all the time, but let's not be hindsight kicking ourselves that, you know, you wish you'd have done something different. You can only make decisions based on the facts and the level of detail you'll go into that decision at that time. Go levels deep. How am I going to feel if this does work or it doesn't work? Is there a better way? The key to learning and moving forward is asking better questions. Not how much money can I make? Tell me, how can I manage my risk appetite for this? Yeah. All of these things. How would I feel if I pushed on with 4 days to go after I've already guaranteed a retry and then failed? You'd probably feel really shit, wouldn't you? And then you'd wish you'd have just stuck. Okay. So shall I just stuck? Shall I just stick at guaranteeing the retry and go again? Yes. All of these things are decisions that we all can be faced with numerous times a month. So remove hindsight. If you make a decision, then you end up saying to yourself, I wish I'd have done that. Then you're not at peace with that decision that you've made. You've not gone through them outcomes. Understand probabilities. It can take time. 75% pass rate on a particular strategy or whatever you want to look at. There's 25% it doesn't work. And what we've just seen is when we're planning for losing runs and streaks, that losing streak could be 2, 3, couldn't it? It could be 4 at different times. But that's, yeah, frustrating, but we can't control what the markets choose to do at a particular time either. And this last thing, now it depends on, again, the approach that you're wanting to take, but there is also no harm in building your buffer. I've done a video on this on social media. Instead of having your first, most people start and they're aiming for 8% or 10%. Yeah, no, get to 4% first, get to 5%. Then you're in a position of strength whereby, right, even if you've got a week, 2 weeks left and you're halfway, you are guaranteed a retry on that account. I know some of them don't have unlimited retries, so that's something to consider if you're probably in your second one and you haven't got another retry. I get it, but you know, be conscious of breaking down that target into smaller targets. We did some work the other day, Druss, one of our members, we looked at compounding and setting a smaller profit target. So let's say you set, let me show you quickly, Forex compound. You can do this too, calculator. Yeah, so there we go. For example, if you using the bank at EA and setting a daily profit target, and you set it at 0.7%, I think it was 16 maybe days. Here we go. So 200 grand, you're setting your profit target at 0.7%. Yeah, and by day 12, you'd have passed at that. Yeah, just hitting it to hit, bang, close, go again, go again, go again. Now you might hit, if you hit an equity point within that, then that's going to have a bigger effect because you've not banked as much potentially. So anything that we do, okay, here's another Eureka thing. Anything that you choose to approach to do will have pros and cons to everything, to both sides. Yeah. So there are pros to that. Well, I might miss equity points because I'm banking and I'm out. Good. Well, a con might be, well, if I do hit one, it's going to hurt me more. Okay. Nothing's perfect. Perfection doesn't exist in anything. We have to look at the balanced view so there's no surprises. And to do that, you've got to ask better questions. Is there anything else I'm missing with this approach that could catch me out? Could I try something different? Yeah. Ask these questions and your brain will start to find you answers. Instead of asking them to me, ask them to yourself. See what answers you get. See what answers you get.